Braves win the tip. Let's have a season, ladies and gentlemen. J.P. Ricks has the ball, one of a series of transfers. He comes from Prairie View A&M. Good ball movement, an early drive up and in. It's Mo Bangura. Virginia native gets the first points of the season for UNCP. You're going to see Trey White as the primary ball handler for the Pacers. He beat out Cam Perkins for that job. They will both push each other at that one spot. Mark Vanderslice, much like his counterpart Drew Richards, built on foundations of rebounding and hustle. Wide left from Jonah Lawrence, his first college shot. Two teams that win the glass well, and good steal from Josiah Harding. He's in transition one-on-one, and it was poked away, and that's Waverly. Fast hands for Javante Waverly.
Early on action, real back and forth, real fast movements between these two squads.
Waverly's a guy that they are very excited to have back. Was not on the roster last year after 3 seasons with the team. Quality contributor on both sides of the ball. It's White feeding up top to Lawrence. Quick hands, snared by Whitney. Both up for grabs. It's the Pacers that have it. Extra pass, Smart lays it in, 2-2 under 60 seconds. DeAndre Smart, formerly of the Elon Phoenix, senior out of Savannah. He's got another year of eligibility. If Vanderslice can keep him for 2 seasons, that's a big spot down low. Waverly inside to Pettiford with the left hand. He will get the roll. 4-2 UNCP. Pettiford, 27 starts last year. A little bit of trouble for Trey White down low. Didn't have the numbers. Smart fighting for it. Hands all over. And he's able to get it back outside. Good pump fake for Lawrence. Dribble off the foot. Corralled by Caleb Bird. Shot clock at 8. Here goes Lawrence. Partially blocked. And it's Pembroke ball.
This is where that Pacer team really misses having Jalen McCoy from last year. Really great presence to drive under the basket into the paint to get those kinds of scores.
Lots of contact on the way up. Referees letting them play in the first couple minutes. Two teams that play intensely physical. Lost a shoe way outside Trey White. Couldn't get the bank to go as Harding ended up short on footwear. 2.5 in, 4-2 Braves. UNC Pembroke gets a shot from the elbow, and it kisses in. Javante Waverly's on the board. Pacers still feeling each other out, and they will call the early timeout. 6-2 UNC Pembroke in control early.
Yeah, Pacers, they're looking like a new team. They're looking like a young team out there, just a little bit uncoordinated. They're not looking bad. I'll say that right now to ease the Pacer fans' minds, but UNC Pembroke, their veteran mentality is absolutely showing right now. They're completing their passes. They're running their routes properly. So we'll see what the Pacers can do with this timeout.
And you and I talked about this off air. This is a team that may be new to the black and gold, but they are not new to collegiate basketball as a whole. A lot of these guys coming in from the junior college ranks with honors, regional honors, all panhandle down in the Florida JUCOs. These are guys that have a proven track record of success, and that's what you can do in the portal when you have the reputation Drew Richards has.
And UNC Pembroke, talk about a tradition. They have a great history of basketball over at UNCP. They're hoping this year that they can get it past the regional level. It seems to be the roadblock there, but they always have dominance in the Conference Carolinas, and they do well outside of conference play against teams in the PBC and the SAC.
Haven't had a losing season in 12 years. 16 teams in the Conference Carolinas. All 15 other teams voted Pembroke first in the preseason poll. Trey White up top. Pacers still looking to get something to fall. Just 1 for 4 to open the contest. Lawrence back outside to White. Shot clock at 7. Down low, Smart double teamed. Rolls it in with the left. 6-4. Smart has all 4 Pacer points as the red, white, and blue look to claw back early on. Quick spin from Bangura to the cup. Couldn't get the reverse. Offensive board, a big one, and a foul call. Joel Pettiford will go to the line. Braves were second in the nation in rebound margin last year. They beat their opponents by over 10 boards per game. Pettiford, the fifth-year senior, gets the game's first free throws. Foul went against DeAndre Smart. Pettiford hits the front half. Two new faces for USC: Aiken, McCaskill Rivers, and Sedla Delva. They replace Smart and Lawrence respectively.
Delva, one of those veterans that has seen plenty of playing time last year behind Simeon German, but when he came onto the floor, he made an impact.
86 games for the Pacers in his career. Back half no good for the Braves. 7-4, 3.5 in. Pacers were looking to get Pettiford out on a made basket. Instead, he remains in as a couple second line front courtsmen. Try to get something going. Great find down low and a hammer for Harding. It's a brilliant feed, a strong finish. Harding, who comes in from Snead State Community College, he's a guy they are incredibly excited about. And he can jump out of the gym. Catch and shoot three for Waverly, in and out. Braves have lost their touch just a little bit. Here's White, the undersized point guard from Catawba College. Long three for Harding, will not go. Fighting for the board, second chance, McCaskill Rivers. Three was blocked for Bird. He gets his own miss, extra pass, and the layup is good. Josiah Harding gives Aiken the lead.
And that's a really good sign. Twice the Pacers have had their play broken up and almost completely blown up in their face, but they stayed with it and they were able to convert 2 points out of each of them.
Drew Richards barking orders from the sideline for the Braves. Nice move from J.P. Ricks. He finds the corner wide open. Waverly. It's good. Pembroke right back in front. White looking to play quickly. Nearly lost his handle. Two sides going blow for blow. It was a big win for the Pacers in Pembroke last year. Contact and the roll for Caleb Bird.
101-87 victory last year against a Pembroke team that was also receiving votes. Definitely a great way to start their season last year, and they're hoping to repeat this year.
That's a game that saw Mark Vanderslice get 34 from Jalen McCoy and 29 from Davion Cunningham, neither of whom are here anymore. Davion Cunningham transferred to D1 Morehead State. Jump ball called before the timeout. Javante Waverly was hoping to get the TO. And that looks as though it will send us to a full media timeout. So we'll step away for just a moment and right back here to the Convocation Center as the USC Aiken Pacers kick off their 25-26 campaign. Back to work in Aiken. Noah Adcock out with Marcus Johnson with you. Series of moves on both sides. UNC Pembroke goes out to the bench, gets Tyrese Mello Garcia along with Quay Watson and the big fella Jonathan Curtis. Fifth-year senior at 6'11", 250 is going to provide a problem for Sedlet Delva down low. Active hands from Watson, couldn't get the takeaway as Trey White was replaced by Cam Perkins. Long three for Bird, no good. And there is the frame of Curtis getting the rebound. Nice move, an extra pass to the corner. Left-handed shot, no good for Watson, and there's a foul on the floor.
Yeah, they're going to get Delva on that one.
Delva at 6'10", 230. Certainly no slouch physically, but Curtis in his second year with the team after a couple years out at SIU Edwardsville, as imposing a presence as you'll find in the middle of this level. McCaskill Rivers is out, so is Josiah Harding for the Pacers, as the moves come hard and fast for Mark Vanderslice. Curtis up top with the handoff to Watson. Had 30 games as a freshman last year. He takes his first shot of the campaign and can't get the left-handed layup to go. Transition three for Perkins, 0 for 1 in his first shot. Two teams that love to get out and run. To the cup, a great block from Delva, denying Mo Bangura. 4 on 3 for the Pacers. Bird to the basket. Yes, sir.
Good job from Delva there to come back from committing that foul, pick up a really nice defensive play, setting up the score.
Caleb Bird had a couple starts last year. He's going to be a big piece for Mark Vanderslice, especially early, as a man who knows how to run this offense. 12-10 USC Aiken back in front, 7 minutes into the season opener. Time was called. Looks like they're having a question about the shot clock. It will go back to 15 as Sedlet Delva was called for the foul. And so we will get the Pacers debut of Jackson Roberts, as that's the second on Delva.
Yeah, Roberts is one of those guys I was really interested to see how he was going to pan out when he was announced he was joining.
Got beat off the screen there, an easy layup for Curtis, but there is a ton of talent for the redshirt freshman. Roberts comes over by way of Clemson. He played a couple games but maintained his red shirt. Graduated early from IMG Academy. He's still just 17 in his second year of college. Cam Perkins rattles in the three.
The Pacers finally finding pay dirt beyond the arc there. That's something that they love to do, is shoot threes. They've loved to do that for several years now, and it's a live or die by the three moment.
Ends an 0 for 5 stretch from beyond the arc. Whitney's got it at the elbow. Looked like a nice find. Instead, it was poked away, and Curtis recovers. Shot clock down to 10 for UNCP. Good drive for Quay Watson. Bowls over a man. Charge is called, drawn by Perkins. And he is fired up.
Big turnover preserves the lead for the Pacers.
Mo Bangura will come out. Tyrese Melo Garcia back onto the court for the Braves. Redshirt sophomore, formerly at Northwest Florida State. A lot of guys at a different school than they were last year, high school or college. It seems like every season you're learning new names.
And that's just the way things are in college sports in today's day and age. Transfers
abound. The portal has certainly impacted things. A healthy hack on Jonah Lawrence will send him to the line after this timeout. And after a couple tight first 2 minutes trying to get the Pacers settled, it looks like Mark Vanderslice has his team back where they want to be.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm not surprised that they had a little slow hiccup, but we got a media timeout coming up, so we're going to have to take a short break. We'll come right back in with this conversation in just a moment.
11:57 to go in the first half here in game number one. Pacers opening up the campaign 11th season under Mark Vanderslice, and if he can put together the kind of year he's had the last few, he's got a solid chance of picking up win number 200 in a Pacers uniform, 181 in his first 10 years, as Jonah Lawrence rattles in the front half of the free throws. Turned in after the foul from Stephen Lassiter.
And as we were saying before the timeout, the Pacer team, they had a little bit of a hiccup at the early start, but they seem to be finding their rhythm. And, I mean, that's just par for the course with a young team like this, a new team like this. But at Vanderslice, he always finds a way to put the pieces together to make something happen.
Both of these teams, a lot of individual talent. The question becomes how quickly can they work as a cohesive unit. Strong rebound for Roberts battling with Curtis. That's going to be a fun matchup all night long.
6'11" on 6'11", always a treat.
Bird battling towards the cup, and he floats it in over Watson. Caleb Bird's got a team-high 6, and that's where the lead is, 18-12 Pacers. Pembroke came out firing. They've had their hands all over the ball. Turnovers have been tough to come by for both teams. Curtis down low, puts it on the floor, and shoots it back out. Watson from the elbow. No, sir. Second chance put back, a third one, rebound after rebound. Braves continue to consolidate opportunities, and Watson can't get that one to go either. Pacers can't get her board. Braves couldn't get a shot to go down, and it ends up being Aiken basketball. Trey White coming in along with DeAndre Smart, and for the first time as a collegiate player, Brock Cherry, the freshman out of Piedmont, makes his way onto the hardwood. Wren High School product who can shoot the daylights out of the ball. They are very excited to see what he can do. Cherry cuts up top. Lawrence was looking for him. Instead, hands off to White. White from deep. No, sir. And a strong rebound up top for Waverly. Pacers winning the board battle 11-9. They make it 12. A second chance doesn't go, but Pettiford's back to the line. The size and the strength are paramount for the Braves, but the hustle and the physicality that they're showing equally is impressive. They're doing it technically. They're not just out-muscling the Pacers.
And the speed was definitely throwing the Pacers off in the early moments of this contest here. They've settled down a little bit, and Pembroke has adjusted by adding that physicality.
Pettiford misses on the first one. Free throws were a problem for him last year, less than 60% in his first year with UNCP. Lefty looking to get on a better track here in his fifth-year senior season, and he does hit the back half. Formerly at UVA Wise. It's 18-13, approaching the midway point of the first half. Trey White up top had some space, and instead kicks back to Lawrence. Pacers unafraid to milk the clock. It's Lawrence, stop and pop instead out to White. Good ball movement along the triangle. Shot clock at 4, trying to create space. White gets it off and misses badly. Good defense from the taller Waverly.
Yeah, UNCP just not giving them a lane.
Waverly now for 3, can't get it. And another offensive board. Pettiford down on the floor fighting for it. And it will be Aiken basketball. It was touched by Whitney, whose rear end was out of bounds. Mo Bangura coming in for Quay Watson. The Pacers will turn back. Jonah Lawrence goes on to the bench, and it looks like Josiah Harding coming on along with DeAndre Smart. The other man to sit was Vassar. Trey White speeding into the paint, back outside to Cherry. First shot of his college career, nothing but net. Brock Cherry, welcome to the Pacers.
Good a start as any.
Cherry won a state title up at Wren High School. He was all-region twice. There's 5 true freshmen on this roster, and Cherry's got as good of a chance to make an immediate impact as any of them. Out of bounds, last touch by Aiken. You're seeing Cherry and Jonah Lawrence get time immediately. Lawrence got this start in his collegiate debut. Freshman out of Providence Day. And this entire coaching staff, including first-year assistant Isaiah Campbell, couldn't say enough good things about Jonah Lawrence. Ricks into the paint. J.P. Rings without much contention. Brings the Pembroke Braves back within 6. Step back 3. Harding got bumped, and he will go to the line for a trio of free throws. Body contact comes from a befuddled Dallas Whitney. And Drew Richards is just absolutely confuddled. Harding will get the first of 3, confirmed by the referees. And he nets the first one. Pacers are 2 of 3 from the line so far. Tyrese Melo Garcia was trying to come in. He cannot sub till after the second one, as Drew Richards continues to plead his case with the officiating.
And it's going to be key for the Pacers to make their free throws. That was a big flaw in their game plan last year. They had a lot of trouble at the charity stripe. If they can net at least 20% more this year, they're going to be in really great shape come postseason time.
It's a big improvement to ask for, but one I think Mark Vanderslice would welcome. Now Melo Garcia comes in officially, checking on. Harding looking to go 3 for 3. That's exactly what he will do. And he has a game-high 7. Largest lead of the night for the Pacers, 24-15, 8:45 to go in the first half. Bangura swings over to Melo Garcia. Pacers have had great ball movement all game long. Everybody's got a touch. Cherry got a little hand onto the ball, still kept by Melo Garcia. Tyrese back up top. Ricks for 3, in and out. Here comes Aiken in transition. Outside for McCaskill Rivers. A scorer to watch off the bench. And White will slow it down. Handoff to Rivers. Driving towards the baseline. Stutters and is blocked. Bangura got a hand on it. Well defended along the baseline by Mo Bangura. Waverly, good skip pass up top to Ricks. Ricks in triple coverage, extra pass, and the foul is called on Smart. Smart tried to just take that out of the hands of the offensive player. Instead, he gets it over the back. And we are at the next media timeout. Pacers up 24-15, kicking off the season here at the Convocation Center. We welcome you back into what we hope is the first of many meetings between ourselves and y'all here at the Convocation Center. Alongside Marcus Johnson, I'm Noah Adcock-Howarth. We'll have Ellison Hubbard along in the second half. Everybody rotating in and out here on the airwaves and on the court. Pacers will be giving 2 shots to Pembroke, and it will be Mo Bangura at the line after the foul on Smart. DeAndre Smart got hit with his second. Jackson Roberts, the only man to change into the starting lineup for the Pacers. He replaces Smart on the court as the first one is made by Bangura. who has produced everywhere he's been. 2 quality years at Coker, went to Lincoln Memorial, a powerhouse in the rail splitters. He made 7 starts rather. And now here with Pembroke, looking to get back to a regional in a different uniform. Those are 3 programs with some history too. Between Coker, Memorial, and now Pembroke, he's found a winning culture time and again. Pettiford out, Curtis in.
I was going to say, trying to get back to the tournament in Pembroke, he's got a really good chance of doing that.
This is, according to the Massey ratings, the only game in which Pembroke is not favored for the entire season. 3-pointer blocked by Harding, turned into a pass for Rivers, and Rivers got blocked. 2 deflections by Bangura, and the third one turns to a foul. Lots of hard contact, and that will send Harding to the line.
Pacers adjusting their game plan. Pembroke started to get a little more physical. Now the Pacers are answering in turn and drawing those fouls.
Sure, Richards is beside himself. Looks like Jonathan Curtis and Tyrese Melo Garcia, the prime recipients of that rage. Curtis got the foul. 2 great blocks from Bangura. And the Pacers still end up with free throws out of it. Watson and Pettiford in for the Braves. It'll be Perkins and Caleb Bird on for the Pacers. Harding now 3 for 4 at the line. And he will rattle home the back half. 1 more change whistled to be made. Looked like Curtis wanted to come right back in, and he will not be able to do so. And now he's right back up to the scorer's table. Unsure if there was an incorrect substitution, if Richards wanted Pettiford to go in for somebody else, but either way, it's a short break. Triple coverage, nothing there for Bangura. Harding in transition to the cup.
And just smooth moves all the way down the court, able to get around the defenders and just put in a perfect layup.
Harding's got a game-high 10. The lead is 11 for Aiken, 27-16 with 7 to go in the first. Pettiford muscles up, extra step, no good. 2 Pacers there for the rebound. It's Roberts who cleaned it up.
Yeah, that's that 6'11" frame playing an impact right there, causing that shot not to go on target.
Pacers leading the charge here. Bird fades away and gets the bounce. Caleb Bird excited in the opener.
And this is where I wish we had analytics to see what the percentage on that shot would have been. That thing had no business going in, and it still found a way.
No pictures in the scorebook. Don't go back on the replay. Bird's got 8, trailing only Harding. To the basket to answer, no good for Waverly. He's been around the ball time and again. Picks the pocket of Perkins, and Waverly's called for the reach. That will be the 6th foul on Pembroke. It's the first on Waverly. Curtis is back in. J.P. Ricks comes off the bench as well. He started, but we have not called his name very frequently. So from here on out, the Pacers are in the bonus. Next foul will be a 1-and-1 for Aiken. 29-16. Rivers was blocked. He has yet to get a shot all the way to the rim. Been blocked twice. And a blocking foul called on McCaskill Rivers.
That'll be his first of the contest.
Waverly will step off the court for the Braves. Watson, Ricks, Bangura, Melo Garcia all out there along with Jonathan Curtis. Rivers certainly a guy to keep an eye on if he can get hot. He can score in waves. Curtis goes to the bucket and lays it in for his 2nd points of the night. Pull-up J for Harding is no good. Strong rebound for Bangura, and the pace continues. Pembroke looking to cut into the deficit. It's Ricks across the way to Watson. Nice move from Watson. Extra pass. Curtis got it low and had it taken away. When you're 6'11", you cannot bring it down into play.
Yeah, that one extra pass definitely was the deciding factor there. They had maybe had a better lane at the basket than on the pass.
2nd steal of the night for Josiah Harding. Boy, what a find he's been in the opener. 10 points and 2 steals for the junior out of Tampa. Less than 5 to go in the first half. Bird with lots of contact and defense. And the shot clock goes off. Violation on the Pacers.
So far, that's twice they've been in shot clock trouble. Haven't really been able to muster a good shot in the waning seconds there.
Pembroke has 6 blocks right now, and all of them have been attributed to Mo Bangura. This kid is a monstrosity on the defensive side. It's Melo Garcia in front of the Pacer bench. Picks up the dribble after one. Curtis nearly lost the ball again. Wide open Watson. No, sir. Fighting for the rebound. Second chance, no. Third chance blocked strongly by Roberts. And here come the Pacers again, 4-on-2. Stumbling towards the cup, and a foul called. Bird will get a pair of shots.
Yeah, got to give some credit there to Roberts, though. He missed the rebound twice, but he stayed with the play, managed to get the block and cause the turnover.
Coach Vanderslice has been preaching that, getting his guys to buy in, find a way to contribute, glass, defense, extra pass, however you can do something, whether it shows up on the stat sheet or not. First one good for Caleb Burt. His first free throw attempt of the season. Quay Watson is going to come off for the Braves. And right back into the thick of things, Javonte Waverly. Seen 9 players for Pembroke, 11 for Aiken. Pembroke has 18 total on the roster, Aiken only 15. 31-18. Pacers by a baker's dozen. Ricks well defended. Cam Perkins in his grill. Gets it down low to Jonathan Curtis from the angle, no. And a good bounce kicks out to Melo Garcia. Extra pass, Ricks for 3. Can't get that one to go either. Again, Curtis an offensive board, and he will go to the line for 2. Braves are having their way inside.
They're going to get Jackson Roberts for the foul on the play.
Roberts gets his first foul of the ball game. Both sides are in the bonus, and for the last time this half, we step away at the Aiken Convocation Center. Them to be lugging the instruments out to the baseball field, but okay, cool. Yeah, winter break. That Saturday after Thanksgiving when nobody's gonna be here. It's brutal. UNC Pembroke at the line coming out of the final media timeout of the first half, and they need to take points any way they can get them. The Braves are 1 for their last 10 from the field, 1 of their last 8 for 3. They have just the lone three-pointer made so far in over 17 minutes of game time.
And no shortage of tries, but the three-point basket has not been kind to either team so far.
Aiken at 2 of 8. So not much better, but at least doubling up as Curtis hits the front half of the 2 shots. And finds the back as well. Curtis 2 for 2. And he has 6 points on the evening. A little bit of a press being displayed by Drew Richards out of the timeout.
Trying to slow the Pacers down. They've been matching them in terms of speed, mixing up the game plan.
Aiken up 31-20. Out to the wing, 3-point ball for Will Vassar Jr., and he hits it. First shot as a Pacer. for the former Pensacola State product. Shot to answer from the elbow goes down. Waverly breaks the ice. He's now 3 of 7 from the field and has a team-high 7 points. Perkins stuttering his way inside. And he may have stepped out of bounds. Joel Pettiford and Stephen Lassiter in for the Braves. Curtis and Bangura sit down. Perkins with his first turnover. Turnover is hard to come by for the Pembroke defense. They've created just 2. A 12-point lead. Aiken have led for the last 10 minutes and change. Ricks outside, barreling down low. Lassiter gets away with an extra elbow extension. And the shot no good anyway for J.P. Ricks. Here comes Lawrence on the attack. Pump fake, got a man in the air all the way to the cup, and it was tipped on the way up by Lassiter. That long 6'7" frame of Stephen Lassiter used every inch of it. Deep shot no good for Waverly. The three-point struggles continue. There's nobody down low, and it's rolled in by Jonah Lawrence.
Just some blown coverage there as Lawrence just snuck on in right under the basket. Heads-up play there by the Pacers.
That's the first collegiate field goal for Jonah Lawrence. 6'5" freshman out of Charlotte hit a free throw earlier in the night. Leads back up to 14. Waverly, good pump fake, lowers the shoulder. Blocking foul was called on Lawrence. He thought he had a charge drawn.
That was a good call. The feet were still moving.
That will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Braves. Lassiter and Pettiford out. Bangura back in. Jonathan Curtis comes in as well. Javante Waverly is at the line. Can't get the front half to go. A costly miss on the 1-and-1, and it's touched out of bounds by UNC Pembroke. Mo Bangura was the last one to touch it. He was looking at Drew Richards asking for a replay. We did get the replay capable and functional right before tip-off, so it is available tonight. But the coaching staff opts not to use it. Under 2 to go in the half. Here's Cam Perkins over to Vassar. Vassar nets the 3, his second triple of the night.
It's a nice smooth from the top of the arc.
Will Vassar sharp shooting. All 6 of his have come from behind the arc. The lead is 17. That's the biggest it's been all season here in the opener. Shot from outside. Melo Garcia banks it in. Tyrese Melo Garcia's first points of the afternoon, and a timeout is called with 1:21 to go in the half. In a briskly played first here on a Friday night.
Yeah, lots of fast movement, good action. Well disciplined too, even though there are 8 fouls per team. They haven't been aggressive fouls.
And we have a technical foul rather than a timeout. Tyrese Melo Garcia got hit with the tech. Bird misses the first of the technical free throws. Melo Garcia hit the 3, said a little something in the direction of both the defense and the Aiken bench, and then got hit with the tech, and now he'll be ushered down towards the end of the bench by the coaching staff of the Braves.
And you got to keep the emotions in check. I know they run high in every sporting event. They're going to run high, but you make a big play, leave it at that, let the action speak for itself.
Carl Panton, the video coordinator, is the one who's ushered him down to the far side. Rivers tried the handoff to Caleb Bird. McCaskill Rivers back in at that technical foul. Another 3 for Vassar. This one can't quite get down. Kicked out to Smart, and he lays it in. Beg your pardon, that was Bird. Caleb Bird lays it in for 2.
And Jackson Roberts in again on the play, directing the rebound right to his man.
Bird's got 13. It's going the other way. Pettiford comes in. He replaces Curtis. They continue to work off of each other. Rotating who's down low. as Drew Richards tries to keep his big men out of foul trouble. 7 blocks for UNCP in the first 19 minutes. Ball was tipped. Rivers tried to push it back out to Bird, and it's out off of Caleb Bird as he was fighting for it with Whitney.
Another one of those chaotic plays. This time Pembroke is able to force the turnover. Last couple times they did that, Pacers were able to recover and knock it down for some points. This time, though, Braves getting the better of it.
Braves trying to figure out who's going to step up and cut into this lead. Waverly's got 7, Curtis has 6. 5 seconds between shot and game clock. A great find down low. Ricks to Bangura for 2. And the shot clock is off. One last possession for Perkins and the Pacers. Down to 8. Perkins hesitates, has a wide open Vassar. Vassar for 3, it's good. And that's how the first half closes out. Will Vassar, 9 from behind the arc, and the lead is 18 after 20 minutes.
And that's a huge play. The Braves left too much time on the clock. I understand you want to make the basket, you need the points, but giving the Pacers the opportunity to set up for a late 3 like that can be a big momentum booster for any team, honestly.
45-27 at the break. Bird leads all players with 13. Harding joining him in double figures with 10. The Braves are paced again by Waverly and Curtis, 7 and 6 respectively. Mo Bangura has got 6 blocks, but the Pacers still have the 18-point lead. And we'll step away. We've got about 15 minutes of downtime and then right back here for the second half. Pacers looking to kick off this 25-26 campaign with a W. they hit the first one and the last one, and then they were just ice cold. Yeah. Big Bangura, though, man, he's impressing me for them. Number 4. I mean, 5 points, 6 boards, and 6 blocks. Dude, 6 blocks and a half is insane. That's, yeah. Which is big, but look, they got 10 to 5 on the offensive glass, though. That's both these teams usually rebound really well, but Pembroke was like second in the nation last year in rebounds, so it's tough. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. You sure? No doubt. Let's do it. Welcome back to the USCA Convocation Center, ladies and gentlemen. Alongside Ellison Hubbard, I'm Noah Adcock-Howarth. It was all Pacers after the first 2 minutes of the first half. UNC Pembroke came out to a swinging start, slowed down rather rapidly, especially from outside. And meanwhile, the Pacers just continued to pour it on. 10 from Harding, 13 from Bird. A lot of new faces, but a lot to be excited about if you're USCA.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, to have new guys come in from transferring or from just freshmen, I mean, it's great to have this team actually come out here, hit 50% on their field goals compared to the Braves and their 29.4%. I mean, that is definitely going to have you winning every time if you're going to outscore them on that point.
There have been very few easy shots for either team. And the Pembroke Braves are creating a ton of second shots. They're winning the offensive rebound battle 10-5, but they're 2 for 10 from outside. And despite getting to the line at a decent clip, they find themselves down by 18. Looking to avoid a second straight season opening loss to the USC Aiken Pacers. And a quick whistle gets us going with a foul down low. DeAndre Smart gets hit with the foul 12 seconds into the second half.
And I know the one thing that the coach for the Braves definitely said is you guys got to be tougher. He was yelling a lot over there when I was looking at him. Just getting into his team, you guys got to be tougher than this team right here.
Drew Richards loves to live and die by the physicality and the rebounding, and there's a little bit of toughness inside. A great pass to Pettiford, and he hammers it home. Pacers able to create decently inside. Nothing's been easy when Bangura's on the defense. He's outside at the moment. Good little spin move and off the glass. No good for Jonah Lawrence.
Yeah, the one thing the Pacers got to do is keep that same momentum they had in the first half. Keep hitting your shots when you can. But things like this is what you cannot have.
So there was a whistle, a foul, and the ball ended up inside the cup, but they're going to whistle it as no basket. It's DeAndre Smart's 4th foul, and that will quickly get him to the bench. A wild charge to the basket from Bangura, and now he ends up at the line.
Yeah, you don't want to have 4 fouls this early. It's only a minute into the second half, and they need you.
Sedlet Delva has already stepped up to the scorer's table. Smart, who comes in from Division I Elon, 3 years with the Phoenix. Played 41 games, a handful of starts, and the Savannah native is now likely to see a whole lot less time than he expected in the second half, as Bangura short on the first one. Javante Waverly leads the Braves with 7. Bangura's got 5.6 boards and 6 blocks. He's been the do-everything type of player in his Braves debut.
And they're going to definitely need him in this second half.
He does hit the back half, 6, 6, and 6 on his stat line. 15-point game, 60 seconds into the second half. Good acceleration from Trey White, but it got deflected on the way up. Looked like Pettiford got a finger on it.
I will say the Braves have been doing excellently well, very well on the blocks. I mean, 7, that's right there is 8 blocks. Good defense.
They've got good size, good length, but know what to do with it as well. Pass was fumbled by Caleb Bird. He has to swing it over to Lawrence. Lawrence backing down Bangura. That's going to be a fun matchup in the second half. Shot clock down to 6. Bird looking to create something off the dribble. Running out of time, and he can't quite get it to fall.
That is great defense. I mean, they have been doing the best they can to keep them from driving in the paint. Just have to stop them from making their shots.
Braves coming out swinging in the second half, looking to close into the deficit all the way to the basket. That's Dallas Whitney getting on the board with his first points, and an early timeout called by the Pacers.
You definitely see the momentum shift there. Coach definitely got on his team in the locker room, and he said, you need to turn it around now. So far, that first half, they do not look the same.
Whatever Drew Richards said, and he has got a gaggle of assistant coaches, got 5 men with him on the bench. There's a lot of wisdom to be passed around, and clearly it's working because this team looks night and day different from what we saw in the first 20.
And probably a lot of yelling that was going on there. I mean, what he was doing on the sideline definitely went into the locker room in a whole lot different way.
These are two teams that expect to compete and expect to win. Neither side is very familiar with blowout losses or blowout wins. A lot of tight games for both of these teams last year.
Right.
And so that might have caught the Braves by surprise a little bit. You have to assume when that deficit got up towards 15-18, that was a little bit of a punch in the mouth. So kudos to the Braves for being able to already cut it back to an even dozen.
Right. And at first, when you saw the first few minutes of the game, you were thinking, well, this is about to go the Braves' way. But the Pacers were fighting back. This team coming together, running the plays well, getting everything done. It definitely put a shock right there for the Braves. And like you said, they're cutting this deficit down. And if they can keep that going, it could turn the other way.
All Drew Richards has done his entire career is win. He's made the tournament every year he's been at Pembroke. He made the tournament his only season at Lander. The only reason he didn't make the tournament was because it was shut down due to COVID back in 2020. That's the only thing that's been able to keep him from getting to the postseason.
Oh, the COVID did a lot of things. It ruined my football season and cut me short of having a championship to attend. So I know that hurt him.
Colorado State was going all the way that year. Trey White bringing it up. J.P. Ricks picked him up about three-quarter court on the press. Quick handoff to Josiah Harding, who's been held quiet in the first couple minutes of the half. Nice feed down low, and active hands take it away. Waverly with the steal.
Good defense once again. Definitely Coach Richards said, hey, guys, pick that defense up.
There's Waverly for 3, and the ice-cold streak from deep continues. 2 of 11 for the Braves outside. Trying to be a pass down low. Looked like Lawrence wanted to drive and dish. He lost control. Luckily for him, the Braves got a hand on it.
Not sure what's happening right now with this offense. Seems like too much heat going on for them to even get into the paint.
Pacers still looking for their first bucket of the second half, and it will continue to chase. Lawrence couldn't get the roll on a wide open layup.
You have to make those.
Lawrence now 1 for 6 in his collegiate debut. Kick outside, extra pass, wide open in the corner. Dallas Whitney for 3.
That is their third 3 of the game, and it helped in a big way.
Bird went charging to the basket. He couldn't get it through traffic. Delva knocked it out of bounds, might have done so off of a Braves player. 2 minutes and 40 seconds of second half action without a point for the Pacers. It is a 10-point game.
It's all rebounds for the Braves and making their shots when needed.
Bird from the severe angle airballs the layup. 8-0 run for the Braves, looking for more. It's laid in and 1. Javante Waverly with a chance for 3.
And you can hear it, the silence in the crowd from the Pacers and the bench for the Braves. They're jumping up, shouting. They can feel the momentum shift.
A quick move to get Cam Perkins in replacing Trey White. Mark Vanderslice just looking for a combination that's going to slow the rhythm of Pembroke here in the second.
They need Delva, the big man, to get down there and get defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds.
Waverly hits it 3 points the old-fashioned way. He's now 1 for 2 from the line. And Jackson Roberts will replace Sedlet Delva.
I like Roberts, a young dude, but coach has been getting on him. He needs to play tough. He's been showing himself so far. Let's see if he can make a little strike for this team right now.
Redshirt freshman comes in from Clemson, still finding his footing at the collegiate level. Outside Jay for Bird, a little bit wide, and another good rebound for Bangura. Ricks nearly lost the dribble, not enough pressure in his face to make him pay for it. Braves are on an 11-0 run, and that's a nice takeaway from Cam Perkins. Much needed by the Pacer defense.
See if they can capitalize here.
Outside, Lawrence was ran off the line. He's driving in and just has to get it back up top. More good defense. This time it's Waverly. 4 years, the senior of Lawrence. And youth will not win out. Saved off of Lawrence, and it's Braves ball.
Coach needs to get him out of there. He's kind of losing his way. He needs to take a break, and that's what he's doing right here. He's missing his shots. He's not gathering himself and trying to slow down, and that's okay. It's the first game of the season. It's just something you have to build off on.
Jonah Lawrence will take a seat. McCaskill Rivers comes in, the transfer from Milligan. Quay Watson off the bench for the Braves. Pembroke also bringing in Joel Pettiford. Good ball movement for UNCP. Lots of action outside the stripe. Good extra pass, and it's laid in too strong by Whitney.
You got to finish those.
That was automatic. All the way to the basket, laid in by Perkins. And the Pacers are scoreless in the second half, no more. Fumbled on the way up and left short. Waverly wanted to catch the Pacers by surprise.
It's been 5 minutes since they got a bucket up there, and they finally got one in another turnover.
One and done, it feels like far too often. Turnover after turnover. Perkins couldn't secure it. Braves asking for a timeout. They will not get it. Right in front of the official, Javonte Waverly was screaming for a timeout, and he did not get the call. It's a jump ball with the arrow favoring the Pacers, and we step away. First media timeout of the second half here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. That's different. That's different. That's with this many new guys, you don't know who your automatic guy is, who your reliable guy is. Yeah. Right. Right. Back to the Convocation Center, a much different second half than we saw in the first. Braves have come out swinging. They're on an 11-2 run to start off the second half and have made it a single-digit deficit, 47-38, with Aiken in front.
What you can say about that Braves team is that they figured out a way to run and play as a team. Defense has stepped up tremendously, and it's shown.
Perkins able to break the press with a quick pass over to McCaskill Rivers. But the Braves are swarming the basketball, whether it's on defense or on the glass. They are right where they need to be time and again. Rivers looking to get going against Whitney. Backs down the defender, got blocked. Second chance is good.
That's a good way to keep fighting and not give up. You know you need points. That right there was beautiful.
McCaskill Rivers played 59 games in 2 years at the NAIA level for Milligan. He scored over 1,000 points in that time. When he gets going, he scores in bunches. Outside, Whitney for three. Nothing but net for Dallas Whitney.
And that's the fourth made three of this game. Only 4 threes out of 12 to 13 attempts.
Team is 4 of 13, but Whitney is 2 for 2, and he now has 8. In double coverage, Rivers no good. Put back Jackson Roberts. His first collegiate points.
The big fella showing his skills off.
He is so raw but so talented, and the more he buys into Coach Vanderslice's schemes and strategies, the higher that ceiling rises. Back up to a 10-point game. Good screen and used to the advantage. Waverly lays it in.
That was a great screen, getting the big man out the way. You beat your man, nobody there but a clear glass.
Pembroke has had an answer for every question posed by the Pacers this half. Bird guarded by Waverly. Waverly and Pettiford have set the tone defensively this half, along with Mo Bangura. Bird, extra pass, blocking foul is called. And that will give the Pacers a fresh clock.
Now with them sitting Curtis in, it's gonna put Roberts at a challenge. He's been having a battle with him all night.
So Curtis comes in. It looked like Sedlet Delva wanted to check in to replace Roberts, and that is what he will do. Pettiford sits down, and so does Dallas Whitney. Lob goes to Delva, size against size as he works with Jonathan Curtis. Time was called for by the referees, figuring out where the shot clock needed to be. Don't believe it started on time.
And if I heard Coach Rich, it sounded like he said, I think he said arms.
He said, open your arms and open your mouth. He wants noise and he wants communication. The physicality he's already had plenty of. Bird gets a screen from Delva, takes it to the basket himself and put a little too much on it. Ricks accelerates into the middle for Bangura and one.
What a fast break play right there by the Braves. And one.
J.P. Ricks has 7 assists in his Pembroke debut. 4th school in 4 years for the product of Baton Rouge. And he has found a home here in the early goings this year. Jonah Lawrence coming in along with Brock Cherry, 2 freshmen on the court. Rivers sits down, so does Bird. And Josiah Harding, a late call in for Will Vassar.
Got to get the right matchups here on this Braves team. They are on fire right now, and they found a spark, and they won't stop until the Pacers stop them.
Bangura can't get the free throw to go down. It is a 6-point game, 51-45 with 13 to go. Perkins from deep gets the 3 to go, and he needed to see that one.
So far in this second half, Perkins has been doing his thing and making the points to help the Pacers stay on top of the Braves.
Perkins has 8. He's got 5 in this half. It's out of bounds. Each side pointing towards the opposition. Now a communication with the bench, trying to figure out whose ball it is. It should be Pembroke basketball, and it will be. Quay Watson, the sophomore, to inbound. He had a great regular season, but was held quiet in the NCAA tournament last year. Waverly backing down Harding. Turnaround shot is good. Javante Waverly, the redshirt senior, is cooking.
He wasn't worried at all. He knew the height difference on Harding, and he let it up.
He's got a game-high 14. Overtakes the lead from Bird. Harding from outside, no. Brock Cherry with the second chance. Offensive board in the bucket.
When Brock Cherry gets in the game, he knows how to put a bucket up on the board.
Pure hustle from the freshman. He's got 5 in his debut. Ugly elbow shot from Watson. There was some contact, but he didn't find anything. And a blocking foul is called on Waverly. That's Waverly's 3rd. He'll be the first Braves player with 3 fouls or more. Pacers have Delva with 3 and Smart with 4, so their front court depth is being tested.
And Melo Garcia, you see he's back in the game after that first half tech that he received, just getting too fired up, yelling at the Pacers bench, saying a couple slurs that he shouldn't have said.
Easy call for the referees, and he was immediately dissuaded by his coaching staff. Shot from the baseline. Harding can't get it over the defense. Cherry hustling for the rebound. He got the steal, he got the board, and now he's got 2 free throws.
I like the feistiness from this young guy. I mean, when you get in the game, you let them know who you are. You let the fans realize this is what I'm bringing here to Pacer Nation.
Brock Cherry, first collegiate game, and he's playing like a veteran. Timeout on the floor. We're back in 90 seconds. A high energy start to the second half after it was all Pacers early. It was UNC Pembroke that came out of the gate in the second, got it within a 6-point deficit. They were down by as many as 18 in the first. Currently a 9-point game. Brock Cherry putting a stamp on his collegiate debut.
I mean, this shows that Coach Richards knows how to get his team going, and his team respond very well. Now, they are still down. They haven't gotten the lead yet in this second half, but if the Pacers continue to do what they're doing and hold them off and make their shots, they could come off with a win.
Brock Cherry clean on the first free throw. First of two. The foul went against Dallas Whitney. He's been replaced by Quay Watson. And Cherry's 2 for 2. He's got a very smooth 7. And free throws, three-pointers, or field goals, he hasn't missed yet.
And that's what you like to see as a coach. A young guy not scared of any competition.
Pacers put the press on for the first time tonight. Nearly a 5-second violation before it got into Ricks. Give and go with Bangura. Wanted him streaking towards the basket. Lawrence was in his pocket. Halfway through the shot clock. Two teams that have been playing fast all night. Body contact with Harding. Ball was lost by Ricks. Back outside. Watson for 3. No, sir. And it was last touched by the Pacers. Lawrence let it go. He thought it was off of the Braves. Referee disagreed.
I love the way Harding was moving on defense there. He was not letting Ricks do anything on that.
A good test for both of these teams to start off seasons with high expectations. Both teams receiving votes in the top 25 poll. Watson lost the ball on the way up. It will stay with him with 7 on the shot clock. Pembroke projected to win the Conference Carolinas. Pacers third in the preseason poll in the Peach Belt, behind only North Georgia and USC Beaufort.
Yeah, that says a lot for this Braves team to be projected to win your conference. I mean, right here is a test, but they still got a long way to go.
And it was as unanimous as you could have. Poked away by Cherry. Here he goes, one-on-one. Step through, got help defense, and still lays it in.
You don't know who this is. This is Brock Cherry, young freshman, coming in here, making a mark, making a name. You can hear it.
He is not waiting around to leave his name in the mouth of Pacers fans. Leads back up to 13. Melo Garcia will cut into it with a 3.
Quiet in the crowd right there with that 3.
All 6 of his points have come from deep. Back outside, Lawrence, a good pump fake, and a reach-in foul called on Watson. These two teams are swinging back and forth. The Pacers won by 14 last year on the road, but they have not beaten Pembroke here at the Convocation Center since February of 2019. Two teams that see a lot of each other, former Peach Belt rivals, and two coaches that know each other well too.
It's a long time since you were able to beat this team in your own home court. Can't let that happen again this year.
It's 60-50 with 10:20 to go in the second half. Perkins for 3, no. Roberts tried to swat back out the rebound. He just came off the bench. Ricks driving, good find down low, muscling through Pettiford, and with heavy contact off the glass and in on the second chance. Good putback, good for the Braves.
It's going to be tough if you don't have guys down there crashing on those boards. You'll be battling all night long.
Bangura now 1 rebound away from a double-double. He's got 10 points, 9 boards, and 6 blocks. Lawrence picked up his dribble. He's able to return to Harding. Shot clock at 7. Josiah stutters in, had it blocked. He was blanketed by Bangura.
Mismatch right there. They need Harding to get going like he was doing in the first half.
Feed to the elbow, pump fake for Pettiford. He gets triple teamed. Good help defense on the Havoc style for the Pacers. To Pettiford, blocked and a foul. Roberts not quite clean enough, and that will send the Braves to the line.
Yeah, looked like his elbow contacted on that block right there. Good defense.
It's Roberts' his second, so multiple fouls for all three men that can play the 5. It's a full line change in the making for the Pacers. Pettiford's got 2 shots. He has not taken a free throw yet today, and he will make the first. Team is now 8 of 14. McCaskill, Rivers, Trey White, Will Vassar, and Caleb Bird off the bench.
I like the way Coach is getting everybody some reps. This first game of the season, we got to see who's going to be playing a lot, who's not, who's going to help out this team to get to the first seed of this conference, not 3 seed like they're scheduled to be.
We've seen 11 of the 15 players on the roster for the Pacers. Second shot, no good. 1 for 2 at the line for Pettiford. It's a 7-point game, just over 9 minutes to play in the opener. Speedy Trey White brings it back out to the logo here at home. Roberts directing traffic, left it off, was not on the same page. White has to get a shot off. Pass was picked. Pettiford and Melo Garcia working in tandem. Braves trying to bring it back to a 2-possession game.
That was great defense by the Braves in that earlier possession, but now, wow.
A lot of contact, and Pettiford just couldn't keep himself in control. He bowls over Trey White. 5 fouls on each team.
Yeah. That was a good way to try to get the ball back there after you threw a turnover away.
First steal for White. The team has 8 compared to just 3 for the Braves, but Pembroke out blocking Aiken 12-4.
And they had 4 blocks since the first half.
Outside, Will Vassar, wide open 3, and he watched that one in too.
I think all of his points have come off of 3s.
He's 4 of 5 for deep, 4 of 6 from the field. Not interested in 2s. Melo Garcia with a 10-point deficit. Nearly gave it away, instead finds Lassiter. And a blocking foul called on McCaskill Rivers.
Don't really like the call right there by the refs, but that's how refs are these days.
The veteran J.P. Ricks able to draw the foul and push the Pacers to within 1 of the bonus. We step away on the Peach Belt Sports Network, right back here in the season opener. First ball game of the 25-26 campaign, and the USC Aiken Pacers have led for the last 25 minutes. UNC Pembroke has taken an early lead. They've gotten close a couple times. It was an 18-point deficit at the half, and now with 8 to go, 63-53 in favor of the home side.
You want to know when that last time they had the lead? It was 14:55 in the first half.
It's been a long ways since then. Braves came out firing 11-2 run to start off the second half. Pacers have regained their composure as the half has toiled on. Into the corner, three from Watson, no good. Rebound, kicked out of bounds. Well played by Trey White. He was not going to secure that, but he made sure Whitney could not do so either.
Can't get him out of their hands any way possible.
Well played by the 5'11 point guard, playing above his stature. Whitney lobs it up, and it's rolled home. The alley-oop to Pettiford makes it a single-digit game.
Ooh, that almost could have been bad for the young buck if he would have grabbed a hold of that ball and slammed it on him.
Foul called on Dallas Whitney. He was not happy. Contact with Will Vassar. He also got ball. Referee says body came first. He'll be replaced by J.P. Ricks. Dallas Whitney now the first Brave to have 4 fouls.
With under 8 minutes to go, expect this Brave team to play a lot tougher and a lot harder. They know what's at stake.
We have not seen DeAndre Smart since he picked up his 4th foul 60 seconds into the half, nor have we seen Sedlet Delva since he picked up his 3rd. McCaskill Rivers for 3, and he was off wide right.
You'd be surprised. You would think the Braves are out rebounding the Pacers, but it's actually neck and neck.
Foul called, and that one banks in. Roberts trying to go straight up. A lot of body contact and high off the glass. The bucket is good for a stunned J.P. Ricks. He got hit hard.
I'm stunned myself. I thought he was going to be knocked out right there. Still got the and one. Steph Curry-like with that and one.
High off the glass and in. He will get one more shot. Sedlet Delva will come on along with Jonah Lawrence, as that was Jackson Roberts' 3rd. He and Rivers take his seat for Mark Vanderslice.
You can hear Coach Richards all throughout this gym. He's been yelling and getting in his team's butt the whole game, trying to get them going. Again, been down since the first half when they had the last lead at 10-8.
But with that free throw, this is as close as it's been in the second half. 63-58. 2-possession game with 7 to play. Delva back to Bird, tried to get it down low, barely kept in bounds by Jonah Lawrence. Lawrence against the bigger defender, and a foul is called on Bangura. Went into the body and created the contact.
Well, Lawrence has been struggling down there, but finally getting the foul, getting him a chance to hit some of his free throws and get some points here in the second half.
Collegiate debut for Jonah Lawrence. He's a guy they're very high on. 1 of 7 from the field so far, but it is a very tough adjustment no matter what level of high school ball you played to get up to the collegiate level.
Oh, yeah, anytime you move up from high school to the next level, it's going to be competition after competition because you're facing seniors and juniors who've been doing this for a long time.
Lawrence all-state at Providence Day up in Charlotte. He goes 2 for 2 from the line, doubles his point total for the afternoon. And here comes the press again for the Pacers. Ricks on the handle against White. Gets it across the timeline and quickly kicks it off. Outside shot, a little bit short, left by Waverly. Down low, nobody with him down low. It's a block foul called. Looked like it might have been goaltending. There was a whistle, and there will be free throws.
That was a good fast break, find the open man. Lawrence should have hit that, but again, he got the foul call, so he could still get his points.
Jonah Lawrence is still down on the floor.
His shoe came off. I don't know if it ripped or anything, but he's tying it back on.
Mark Vanderslice is asking why that is not a goaltend. Referees will talk and figure out what the call is. The ball did appear to hit the glass before contact was made by the defender. Pettiford got the foul. We'll see if it's 1 free throw or 2.
Uh-oh, it looks like replay has finally been added here in the conference in D2, and I don't know if he's going to the table, but if he wants to utilize it, it looks like he may.
Now that we got you off the replay booth, it's fair to be in use.
Yeah, they didn't use it, and, we had some technical difficulties earlier, but now it's up and working, and I'm not sure. It's kind of confused if he's going to use it or not. I know the refs didn't want to use it just because it kind of slows down the game, but
does not appear that he's going to get the opportunity to do so. So Jonah Lawrence will shoot 2 and make the first one. Here comes Jonathan Curtis, the fifth-year senior off the bench. With 3 fouls for Pettiford, trying to keep him fresh and out of danger. Every bit of the rim was touched for Lawrence, but he does make them both. The lead is 9 for the Pacers, looking to start off 1-0 for the second consecutive season.
Yeah, with under 7 minutes to go, almost under 6 minutes, they got to keep fighting, getting the rebounds and outscoring the Braves.
Aiken has always played well here at home. 5 of their first 7 games will come here at the Convocation Center. Waverly driving in, looking to do it himself against Bird. He left it short. It was kicked to Curtis on the deflection, and Curtis couldn't corral it. Lawrence streaking in, reverses, and that one is a goaltend.
If they didn't get the last one, they're going to make up for that and get the next one. Good hustle, though.
Second time's the charm. It's a 6-0 run in the last 75 seconds to bring the lead back up to 11. (69-58) for Aiken. Watson and the Braves looking to build up a run here as clock continues to tick down. Curtis wants it as he fights with Delva.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it down there to my big man.
Instead, it's Waverly for 3, and it jumps up and over the shot clock. Out of bounds, Pacer basketball.
Oh, my bad. I was just saying, I'm not seeing how they're not, feeding the big man down there. He's a 5th year. He knows what it takes to get the ball in that basket. Feed the man.
Curtis had success in the first half. Little Euro step high off the glass and no for Lawrence. And the foul is called on Aiken. If that's against Delva, Chedlet Delva will have picked up his 4th. It's a 1-and-1 regardless of who it's on. It is Delva's 4th. So he and Smart are both playing with 4. For now, Delva will stay in. Brock Cherry replaces Caleb Bird, as Curtis will take 1-and-1. Short on the front half of the 1-and-1. That's the second time tonight the Braves have missed the first of the 1-and-1. Pacers, who struggled with free throws last year, are 14 of 17 from the line, 83%. The Braves, 9 of 17, just 53%. Vassar for 3, not quite.
And that right there will set the major difference in the scoreboard is your free throws. They're free, they're open, it's just you and the line.
Delva gets called for the foul. He got a lot of ball and a lot of body, and Sedlet Delva, in his first game of his senior season, is done for the night.
It's not common, not often that happens. Again, it is the first game of the season. You got to get yourself going. Sucks that he's out, but he played a good game.
Delva ends with a couple rebounds and a block, along with 1 assist. 2 shots for J.P. Ricks, and he hits the first one. Ricks, 6 points, 8 assists. Make it 7-8. Braves are still led by Waverly with 14 and Bangura, who's got a double-double. 10 points, 11 boards. Starting to milk some clock, but White shoots early and gets a free 2 points. If they're going to give you space, you might as well take it.
Yeah, you might as well take it. If they don't want to guard you, if they want to cover the paint, that's fine. I'll take my quick jumper.
That's Trey's first basket in a Pacer uniform. He comes over from Catawba, who these Pacers will face on Sunday afternoon. Runner is good from Watson. He gets the 2 points right back.
And Roberts, he's trying to just be careful here because if he gets a foul, that puts the Pacers at jeopardy with no big man out there to take on Curtis.
We still have not seen Smart. in 15 minutes of game action. Isolating Vassar. He'll get the screen from Lawrence. Good defense played by the Braves. Clock at 3. Fadeaway might have been blocked. It was nowhere close to the cup. And here come the Braves.
We just talk about how the Braves right there in that possession, great defense. I mean, they keep putting the Pacers all the way down under 10 seconds on the shot clock to get a shot up.
Lawrence might have gotten away with a walk there. That was a brilliant pass from Cherry to White, and a mammoth rejection on the other end from Curtis.
Did you see that? That rocket of a block? Oh, my goodness.
That was merciless from Jonathan Curtis. Final media timeout. We'll stay with you just to look at the upcoming schedule for both of these teams. Pacers will go to Catawba on Sunday, and they're back here at the Convocation Center Wednesday night, 7:30. That will be a non-league game against Virginia University of Lynchburg, who is an NCCAA team, National Christian Collegiate Athletic Association, which means while it does count for the team's record, it doesn't count for when you're looking at large bids, and the NCAA doesn't factor it into your selection criteria.
Yeah, and same with college football. It's all about who you play and how you play. And, you know, for the Pacers, seems like something that was out of their control long ago to put that on their schedule. That's a team they should be able to handle that's at home, right?
That is at home.
Yes, and they should be able to handle that here at home. But going to Catawba, they're going to have to go on the road for the first time as a team that has a bunch of transfers and young guys and see what they can do on that road. I'm sure Coach will do that same method of rolling guys in, see what you can do on the road like he did at home.
They do have a bit of a scouting report there. Trey White spent 2 years with Catawba, so he knows that program well. He knows what they're getting out of that. That'll be one game on the road and then back home. VU Lynchburg, the Dragons, they're a bit of a barnstorming team. They'll play D1s, D2s, D3s, NAIAs, whoever will put them on the schedule. Meanwhile, Pembroke, this is the road opener, but then they've got 6 straight at home, starting with Lander Sunday afternoon at 4:30.
Man, 6 straight at home. You can wish for something like that. You have the crowd there every game cheering you on, hopefully winning all 6 for them.
That is a big stretch to have at home. No good from outside for Bird. Quick chop pass down low, and it's taken away by Caleb Bird. A little bit too long. 3-on-1. Down low, laid in. It's Lawrence.
There you go. A beautiful fast break. Young Buck getting his fast break, open layup. He's been struggling this game, but any way you can get points, get them.
He's up to 11 in his collegiate debut. Whitney has to kick it back outside. It's Ricks, 11-point lead with 2:20 to go. Braves running out of time. Curtis drops it down. Put back for the Braves. It's good. There's Bangura again.
Yeah, it's hard for Roberts down there. He's facing off against tall giants.
And if you're Drew Richards, whatever you need to clean up, one thing you're thrilled by is what you've gotten from Mo Bangura, who comes in from Lincoln Memorial, the former rail splitter.
I know one thing, he'll be impressed for how his team came out this second half. Now, of course, he's going to want that to happen in the first half and the second half, but he should be impressed.
White scoops it up, finds rim as the shot clock was expiring. Less than 100 seconds to play, and Pembroke needs a little bit of chaos here. Have to pull the 3, not going to take it. Ricks takes the contested 2 and rattles it in. Ricks 9 points, 8 boards, a quick timeout for Pembroke. It is a 7-point game, but both teams are in the bonus. And you wonder how much time is available for the Braves to make this comeback bid.
Right, and you got to be careful on who you foul, because sometimes you foul the wrong person who's going to make all their free throws. And if I was the Pacers, I'd leave the ball in Lauren's hand, because he's been hitting his free throws all night.
Pacers 11 of 19 from the line. They have gotten better in the second half. They are just 5 of 18 from deep. Started out 1 for 9, and although they are much better in the second half, it has still, the inability to score from either the stripe or from deep has hurt this team that has a lot of talent.
Right, and even though they were crashing the boards and getting their fast breaks and getting their points, the Pacers still held it over their head by staying on the boards as well and making their free throws and points when they had the chance. So it's just been a hard battle of trying to come back when the team is keeping up with you foot by foot.
Both of these teams, both of these coaches take so much pride in winning the rebound battle. Right now, Pembroke has the edge, 42-40. Equal on defensive boards, 2 more offensive for the Braves. And we will get, of course, a full court press for Pembroke.
Just get the ball up the court.
White lofts it dangerously. A couple skip passes between himself and Lawrence. But the half-court line is cleared. Jonas spins in, lost it. That's a turnover you can't have if you're the Pacers. All the way to the basket and one. A late whistle will send Waverly to the line.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Vanderslice wanted him to drive like that. Well, of course, Lawrence is asking the ref, was that not a foul? Sometimes you're not going to get a call like that. You need to play it smart. You're up with about a minute left in the game. You're up, have the lead. You need to play smarter than that.
Waverly can make this a 4-point game with 64 seconds to go. He's 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Game's leading scorer. Can't get that one down. Offensive board. 2 points for Bangura. 1 possession ball game. Pacers and Braves down to the wire. Gets across to Harding. Again, bleeding, no clock, but getting the bucket. And a timeout is called by UNC Aiken right after the layup made by the Pacers.
And Harding, I mean, he came in right when he was needed to come in. Again, he's been kind of quiet this half, but anytime you can get points in a crucial moment like this, get them. But I still think the Pacers need to slow down a little bit. You have the lead, make them foul you. You keep driving in, trying to get contact and get fouls. Sometimes that's not going to happen. The refs like fast action too.
They do. They're ready to get back going. It was a 30-second timeout rather than a full taken by Mark Vanderslice. And a bit surprising, perhaps that's part of the conversation. That's 2 different plays where they took a shot up with more than 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Right.
Surprising for a team that's up this late.
Right. In most of this game, you've been waiting, or the defense has been too good on you that you got down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. But now the time is the chance for you to take that time, make the clock bleed, and again, get a foul call. You gave up a and one and then another shot from the Braves, and that's why it's a 5-point game instead of a larger one.
50 seconds to play in the season opener. Whitney feeds it over to Bangura. He has led the way for the Braves, and he will continue to do so. Mo Bangura has 16.
And now it looks like the Pacers are doing it and waiting and letting the clock run out.
8 seconds between shot and game clock. Aiken's going to take as much off as they can. White fires for 3, no. And now the Pembroke Braves have a chance to tie.
Not sure why he took that.
Felix, we said that a couple different times in the last 2 minutes.
Still could have held off and got some more time. It was about 14 seconds on that shot clock.
Pembroke will take the timeout. 14.4 to go on the game clock. Need a 3 to tie.
That's something Coach Vanderslice will work on in practice there, is being smart when you're up. And you're up 3, so you're not up 10, you're up 3, and that still gives the Braves a chance, if you miss it, to get those points, possibly even an and one, because they've been doing that so far in this half.
And both of these teams are going to be in winning time a lot this year, just based if they play anywhere close to their respective potentials. These are scenarios that the Pacers are going to have to know how to do, and the Braves are as well. Right. Close game late. We'll see what Drew Richards can draw up and who he goes to.
Right here, whoever wins this tight battle now in this last 14 seconds of the game, it shows what kind of resilience and what kind of team you are. For the Braves, after being down for majority of the game, if you come back and win a game like this, that gives you a lot of momentum into your next 6 home games. Now for the Pacers, if they win this, that's something that they know, hey, we know what we can do, but we got to continue to build off of that so we can't have games like this again.
Dallas Whitney, along with Tyrese Melo Garcia, are a combined 4 for 4 from deep. The rest of the team 1 for 14.
They know what they got to work on in practice, hitting those threes.
Melo Garcia is not on the court at the moment. You have to figure this is going to be drawn up for Whitney. Gets into Bangura, fed right back to Watson. Game clock at 8. The deep three, no good. Rebound kicked around, get back outside. Bangura had it blocked, up for grabs, shot knocked away, and the Pacers hold on.
Wow. Oh, and Coach Richards is not happy. Not happy. And the refs are scattering out of here.
Lots of contact on the final couple shots. Braves were begging for a foul call. They don't get it, and Aiken starts off the season 1-0.
That is a way to finish a game. Defense stepped up when needed. I can see what Coach Richards was yelling about. Did look like somebody could have got hit there. But in a moment like this, a lot is going on. Right here, this is a momentum that the Braves can take into their next game on the road. But what they need to do is go into practice and fix the things like the last minute holding on to the ball when you have the lead, work on the rebounding, and get these young guys going. They were on fire tonight.
Lots of fresh faces with a big impact. 75-72 is your final. 4 different players in double figures for the Pacers, led by Caleb Bird, the senior, with 13. Got 12 from Harding, 12 from Vassar, and 11 from Lawrence in his collegiate debut. Pembroke got 16 apiece from Mo Bangura and Javante Waverly, 2 veterans. Bangura with the double-double, 16 and 13.
Yeah, what the Braves need to do, of course, Coach Richards already know, is continue to attack the glass and continue to play like a team. They played a good second half. They'll be able to win going into the next game.
Defense and rebounding was crucial for both these teams all last season. It was tonight, and it will continue for the rest of the year. Both these teams back in action on Sunday. Pacers at Catawba, 3:30 on the road, and it will be Lander heading to Pembroke, the first of 6 in a row at home for the Braves. That's 4:30 Eastern. Next time we'll see you here, 7:30 next Wednesday. The Lynchburg Dragons, Virginia University of Lynchburg, coming to town for the first time. Pacers open up with a W over the Braves for the 2nd consecutive season, and that's all she wrote here tonight. For Ellison Hubbard and our entire crew, I've been Noah Adcock Howarth. Pleasure to work with you, partner, and let's keep running it back.
Let's do it.